Hey guys, Ray here. Hope everybody is doing well and having a great 2018 so far. Today, the first day. I don't know where 2017 went, but hopefully 2018 will treat everybody well. Another kind of version of the workbench here from in the studio room here, and I was kind of playing around and looking at different amps, looking at what's my next amp that I want to get. And as a lot of you know, it's not collecting amps, but I love amps and gear and stuff. So I'm always getting new and different kind of stuff and trying it out and like to share it with you guys, share it with friends. And as you know, I'm a moderator on a couple different sites, forums. And so we talk a lot of gear and we talk about what's best. In my personal, I like to record here in my home studio here. And so that's kind of my thing. But the topic and the little dilemma that I've been in over the last few days, the old Kemper versus tube amp. We've been having that battle, and it seems to come up on the site, on our forums a lot. And people that are Kemper fans, people who bought the Kemper's XFX different profilers, they swear by them, they love them, and they have posted videos and stuff. The stuff is amazing. I mean, it sounds dead on. I've had my tube amps for years, and I'm always, getting different amps, trying different gear and stuff like that. So this is the big change here, the Kemper and the profiling amps, and, that debate that just keeps coming up. The people who play their tube amps and have, their tube amps, they love them, they stick by them. And the people that are trying the Kempers are swearing by them, and they're, you have these wars that are going on. You can't have somebody bring up Kemper XFX without one of the tube guys getting, offended or pissed off, and the Kemper guys get pissed off, and it goes back and forth. I don't know why everybody has to be so angry about it, but maybe use both. But I'll admit that I'm kind of in that same boat. Over the last couple of days, I want to pull the trigger on a couple of different amps. I'm looking at the Rev Generator 120 and Legacy Kraken, and a couple of different amps that I've been kind of keeping my eye on and that I wanted to try. And I started stumbling on the Kempers there, and full disclosure here, there's a part of me that feels a little bit nervous that I may get the Kemper, pop it in here, and find that I don't have the use for my old tube amps. And I talked to some of these guys that bought their Kempers, and they were on the fence too for a while. They were diehard tube guys, and I don't even. They went out and they picked them up, and they said, Ray, I haven't played my tube amps because everything is right here. And they say that it is so accurate, or so the nuances and the harmonics, the tone is so dead on to these other amps that, and I'll be honest with you, I watch videos, and just from the video, I'll plug it into my monitors and I'll listen, but I can't tell the difference between the two. So there's a lot to be said about where we've come with profiling amps. The technology is there, and it is now we're able to emulate pretty much any amp out there, it seems. Now, I'd love to know your thoughts. Can you tell the difference? And one of my problems is I can't run down to Guitar Center or Sam Ash or Mom and Pop Shop or anything here in Dallas and go test one out. Maybe there are. I haven't found any. I haven't seen any. I would love to. So I'm kind of at the mercy of having to just go online and pull the trigger and pay the $2,000-$3,000 or whatever it is to get it. And then there's my hesitation, because then what? I pop it in here, set it up here on one of the the counters or shelves or stacks here or whatever, plop it up on a cabinet and plug it in, and all of a sudden I'm not touching any of these other amps. There's a little hesitation. I know that's kind of dumb, and to actually sit here and complain about, oh boy, I don't want to not play my other tube amps, but I think it's more of a discussion of are we there? And again, back to the forum, the discussion, people get so heated when they talk about these. There's a lot of passion around it. So, out on the YouTube and out on, different, chat areas, hearing what people are saying about you know, the quality of these different profiling amps definitely kind of has me sold. So I've been sitting here this weekend staring at the dang computer with, you know, Rev pulled up and Legacy pulled up, ready to pull the trigger on those. And then on another page over at Sweetwater, I've got the Kemper up. So, you know, the bands, you know, I read more and more who's using them and stuff. You look at bands like Metallica, and that was one article I read, that Metallica bought several Kempers, and they send them to their gigs where they're going to be playing, apparently. And it's plug and play, man. Turn them on, leave the settings where they're at, I guess, and plug them into the cabs, and there you have consistent quality. No messing with the tubes, no, you know, reliability issues, no, you know, tube amps can kind of have their own quirkiness at times. You know, pretty much none of that stuff. You know, I love recording. That's you know, my thing again is doing the recording, and to have that consistency in, you know, recording, to be able to go back and keep that consistent without having to tweak, you know, is something to be said about it. So I don't know. I'm curious as to what you're thinking. You know, maybe you've made that leap to Kemper so far. Maybe you've made the leap to Axe-Fx. Are we moving in a direction where the profiling amps are going to kind of, we're going to keep moving in that direction? I don't think that, you know, the Guitar Centers and Sweetwaters and Sam Ash and, you know, Musicians Friends, all these are just going to stop selling tube amps. I think there's just too much of a demand. But, you know, there is so much discussion, and I am seeing so many more people make the move over to a profiling amp. People that were diehard fans of the tube amps before. So I don't know. I'm not sure where it's going to go. I'm not sure if my next purchase, you know, tonight is going to be the Kemper, or if I'm just going to pick up the other two amps, the Rev and the Legacy. So let me know your thoughts. What are you thinking? Are you, you know, sticking with your tube amps, or have you made the jump to Kemper and Axe-Fx or Profilers, other profiles? Helix, I believe, is another one. Or can you have both? You know, why not? Can you have the tube amps and have the you know, the profiler? Is there a need to have both? You know, does the Kemper and the Axe-Fx take all this stuff and these amps and my cabs, all this other stuff around here, and take away the need for all of the stuff? You know, there's a part of me that just thinks, God, let's get rid of all this stuff. And, you know, I can't imagine how many, and I believe a lot of them, the Axe-Fx also has, you know, different types of effects and stuff like that within it, the pedal effects and all that kind of stuff. So you pretty much have this box that contains everything you need, I believe, right? One cabinet with, or, you know, there's so many different options and stuff. So I don't know, just me kind of venting and wanted to do a quick little video here and get your thoughts on it. I'm kind of on the fence. Maybe you can persuade me, you know, I don't know. Keep the tubes, make the move to a profiler, or or get both and enjoy both. I don't know. So hope everybody's doing well. Thank you, everybody, for subscribing, and more so, it's not just subscribing. It's, you know, thank you for subscribing because I appreciate the conversation. I read every comment. I try to post a reply to all comments. I imagine at some point, if it got too much, I don't know if I could do all, but I try to respond to each comment. And I love, you know, for example, the Gibson discussion about the quality of Gibson. So many great comments and a lot of points both for and against, you know, the direction of Gibson, quality of Gibson, and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I would love to hear your thoughts on this because it's just great discussion, and I'd love to hear your input. So thanks again. More to come. So I hope everybody's having a great 2018 so far. Hope everybody's healthy and safe and sound, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care.